In the ancient forests beyond the mortal world, where time flows like a soft breeze and the air hums with sacred energy, there sat a sage. His name was Kaushik, but the world would one day know him as Vishwamitra. Once a mighty king, he had left behind his throne, his kingdom, and his pride, in pursuit of a higher truth, a truth that lies beyond flesh and fame. He meditated beneath a peepal tree, unmoved by storms or sunshine, drawing power from the very elements. Years passed. The earth accepted his silence. Animals lay beside him without fear. But high in the heavenly realm of Swargalok, Lord Indra, the king of the demigods, grew uneasy. He watched Kaushik's penance grow stronger each day. The sage's tapasya sent ripples through the cosmos. Even the devas who danced in the court of heaven felt the disturbance. Indra feared one thing more than asuras: human ambition. What if this mortal gains enough power to rival the demigods? Indra whispered. He summoned Menaka, the most beautiful of the Asparas, whose grace could melt the stoniest of hearts. Go, Indra commanded. Break his tapasya. Use your charm, your dance, your voice. Stop him, before it is too late. Menaka bowed, but her heart was torn. She had danced in Indra's court for ages, her beauty celebrated, her joy feigned. But never had she been sent with such a task, one that would crush a soul rising toward the divine. Menaka descended from the heavens like a golden mist. The breeze carried her fragrance. Birds stirred. The forest awakened to her presence. But sage Kaushik did not. She sang. No response. She danced. Still no movement. She wept quietly behind a tree, unsure whether to proceed. But duty pushed her forward. So she did something she had never done before: she pretended to be vulnerable. She walked barefoot past the sage, feigning pain. Thorns pricked her delicate feet. She cried out, a voice like a river's sorrow. The sage opened his eyes. The world shifted. For the first time in years, Kaushik's eyes saw beauty not in stillness, but in motion. Not in silence, but in her sigh. He rose, approached her, and saw not an Aspara, but a soul in pain. He offered her shelter. He offered her water. He offered her his heart. Days turned into weeks. Weeks into months. The forest that once echoed with mantras now echoed with laughter, soft whispers, the rustle of love. Kaushik forgot his tapasya. Menaka, against all her intentions, fell in love too. She had come to break him, but now she broke herself. Together, they had a daughter, Shakuntala, destined for greatness, but that's another story. But truth does not stay hidden for too long. Kaushik, now lost in the comforts of love, awoke one night to a revelation. The power he once gathered was fading. His path to Rishitva, becoming a true rishi, was slipping away. His heart grew heavy with suspicion. Why did you come here, Menaka? He asked. Her silence told the truth. You were sent by Indra, he said. Not a question, an accusation. Menaka burst into tears mingling with rain. Yes, she whispered, but I did not know I would fall in love. I did not know I would stay. Kaushik looked away. The fire of rage, betrayal, and despair burned in his chest. But greater still was the fire of renunciation. He walked away. He left her. He left his daughter. He walked into the forest once more, deeper than ever before. Kaushik's tapasya resumed with fierce intensity. He faced hunger, cold, and illusions sent by the gods. But no illusion hurt more than the memory of Menaka's eyes, eyes that did not lie, yet were part of one. He did not hate her. He hated himself, for being weak, for loving, for being human. But perhaps, in that pain, he found the final truth. After years, the Brahma came down. You are no longer Kaushik, said Brahma. You are now Vishwamitra, the friend of the universe. He had risen beyond pain, beyond attachment, beyond even the lures of Swarga. Menaka watched from the heavens. She smiled, bittersweet. She too had grown, no longer just an instrument of the demigods, she was a woman who had loved and lost. And in that love, she too had found a part of divinity. Not all love stories end in union. Some end in transformation. She became his test. He became her truth. Together, they wrote a chapter in the silent scripture of the cosmos, where even demigods tremble before the power of a single soul. El's yearning for truth.